you go to each installation, the facilitation sort of changes when younger kids are there. Like for example, in Follow the Butterflies, like if there are lots of kids, they can just draw butterflies, that can. But the older kids, you can really talk about butterfly migration and different species and plants that they like. Phytoplankton, which is done by Museum of Goa, that's for everyone. Makala Habba. It's the Children's Hub Festival of BLR Habba. I actually want to bring like different practitioners using different pedagogies together and then let them have the agency to think what these installations could be. So I had certain idea of like, okay, like Made in Earth here who has done the sandpit. I like they work with natural materials. So I wanted something that can bring that the feeling of the soil where kids can, touch, feel, immerse themselves.
Hi, my name is Shreya Khandekar.
And my name is Anuj.
Both of us, we are architects and we run this comics and visual communication studio called Leverdists. And we've been doing this for 10 years. We basically make comics and animations and communication about everything related to cities and built environment.
The primary focus of our studio is to talk about civic issues, things which are happening in the city, which are difficult for people to understand. And we tell stories and we try to make it simpler for people to understand through social media, through workshops, through print media. We have different formats. And what we have here is an installation which is half done because the mural is one way of kids to understand what a better city can be. And then we have these empty walls where they draw on the boxes and they play and they put it back. So half of it is what we have done through the installation, but half of it is basically the kids who will actually put their thoughts on what a better city can be and they fill the wall. So it's like, we keep it on them to actually finish the installation. So the installation will only be done once all the empty boxes will be filled.
Yeah. We do these series where, we want to sort of do like a linear comic or a linear storytelling. We've done this a couple of times on social media, which is like a Where's Waldo style of trying to identify different issues in the city. It could be related to any topic. This was the similar idea where we thought, okay, let's have these two characters, and if you follow like the story, they are inside indoor games, sort of like an amusement park, which is on the rise in cities like Bangalore, right? Because there are less and less open spaces. But yeah, like they're kids, so they're bored and they, just sort of, they're catapulted out of the games studio and they're out in the city. So the idea is that they sort of find out where they're enjoying, what are the issues that they're facing, and how they can sort of identify the gaps and draw better city.
Hi, so I'm Anchita.
I'm Shri.
Okay, and our game is called LDIKNO. So I think the idea from the game mainly came through two parts. One of them is that Bangalore is often like there are so many things and so many things written about Bangalore, but often we never associate it with a place in Bangalore, but just know the story about different things in Bangalore. And the second thing was also that there's no like spatial orientation of the place you live in. Like I live in Indiranagar, but I don't know where in Bangalore Indiranagar really is.
Like in our childhood, when we had to travel to places, we used to ask, look at our surroundings, have landmarks, and remember those and start taking turns. But when we saw Google Maps coming, we follow the blue line, right? We don't look around. So we're thinking how children are slowly getting into this age of maps, which is very convenient. But why is it also important to understand where places are and what places carry or what those stories carry?
So some of the content, if you see in our game, is about like very like landmark areas in Bangalore, but then we've also like intentionally chosen things that are not very like landmark places, but for a child could be something that they see next to them anyways.
for us also, it started in a very, very simple way. And we wanted to keep it very literal, very simple for children, not like over gamified. Because the idea is not just to play the game, but the idea is to understand the city and to understand what these places are and what these stories are. So yeah, this is how I think it got manifested.
We are all from the Children's Art Studio. It's a studio based in the Museum of Goa in Goa, and we are here to showcase immersive experience that is based on the idea of phytoplanktons, which are really tiny creatures living in the ocean. And I'm Sharda Kirkar. I started the Children's Art Studio.
I'm Surya. I'm an art educator and illustrator. I work at a children's art studio.
I'm Jinsi. I'm an art educator and also a children's book illustrator. I currently work in the Children's Art Studio.
The idea here is to create a glow-in-the-dark space which introduces you to magnified versions of these microscopic creatures and see the superpowers that they have and understand the importance of each one of them to this marine ecosystem and also the life on Earth in general. They produce 50% of the world's oxygen, and without them we can't have life on Earth. So I wish each one of you can come and have a look at the space, experience the magic and feel what the underwater world is like.
So I'm Shruti, I'm the founder of Nivala, and Nivala as a company I started about 2 to 3 years ago, and the idea behind that was to basically help families document their family recipes, because we treat the food that we grow up eating as just like ghar ka khana, right? So the idea was to really get people to start thinking of recipes as something that they inherit, just like you inherit everything else in the world. So we started off as a publishing service for families to document recipes. We have an app now, and then we slowly started talking to people across India, and we started something called the Food Atlas, where we plot recipes on an interactive map, and we tag those recipes to the families and to the areas they belong to. And that's where this started, where we then got into documenting recipes from local families, and that's how we put together this game only for Karnataka. So basically we have a mix of recipes, ingredients and utensils from across Karnataka. So you have the GI tagged recipes also, which is the Mysore Pak, the ingredient which is the Byadki chili, you have Kane Rava fry, you have Kachampuli from Coorg, you have Chitrana from Bangalore. So you try to cover all the 4 regions of Karnataka, which is the south, north, coastal and Kurmal lands.
I did not have a visual idea or like a particular idea of how it will plan, but it was a journey that we all took together to arrive here.